Wow, I can't believe it is 9 o'clock already. Actually, it says it's 9:01 on my computer. But happy Saturday. Welcome. Mike Johnson, I'm here to lend you a little bit of encouragement this morning, and I hope that this is helpful. The question I want to ask you this morning is, are you struggling? Are you struggling in life? No doubt, with all the things that we've been faced with in the last 6 months, life has been somewhat of a struggle. And the other question I want to ask you is, could you use a little help to deal with those struggles? And I see you. You're sitting there shaking your head. Yeah, we all could use some help with these struggles. Now, the first thing that I want to tell you is I'm not going to tiptoe around this subject. There are too many people in the world that candy coat things, and they make your struggles seem like a jelly donut, and they're just not. I'm going to shoot straight and tell you basically there are three main reasons why we struggle. They're not all of the reasons, but there are three main reasons why we struggle. Number one, we struggle sometimes because of health or medical reasons. We're afflicted by something through no fault of our own. Sometimes it's not even our own fault that we're not healthy. Now, I want you to understand that all of these roll up into number three, but health reasons. Some of you today are struggling with your health. And there are ways to overcome that. The second reason that we struggle is probably the hardest for us to face and admit, to come to grips with, and that is that we've made some really dumb decisions. We've done some things, or we've said some things that really weren't smart. It reminds me of a story of a man who was in the hospital. He was on his deathbed. He'd just come out of a coma for several months, and his wife had stayed by his side the entire time he was unconscious, and she was right there when he woke up. So when he wakes up, he motions to her to come over by the bed. He had something that he wanted to tell her. So she sat down by the bed as he spoke. He says, "You know what I've figured out? You've been with me through all the bad times. When I got fired from my job, you were there. When I got shot in the hunting accident, you were there. When we lost our house and went bankrupt, you were there. When my health began to fail, you were there too. Now, I've decided that I figured out what happened all those years." He says, "I know the truth." He looked at her and he said, "You're bad luck." That's funny. But, people don't take responsibility for their bad decisions. They always try to put it off on somebody else. And we struggle as a result of that. Now, that's number two. Number three is that we constantly struggle because life is a transformation. Life is a metamorphosis of sorts. As we work our way through these struggles, we grow, we change, and it makes us stronger. There's a process that a butterfly goes through before it breaks out of its chrysalis and is this beautiful creature that flutters around just for a few days. The mother she plants this egg, lays the egg on a very specific leaf. So when they're hatched, they'll be able to be nourished by the leaf in order to grow. As they break out of the egg, immediately the caterpillar begins to eat on this leaf. Needs to grow a lot. Their skin they'll even shed as they grow to accommodate how they're changing. And then the caterpillar, at a specific time, goes and hangs on a leaf, and after it eats and eats, it's ready for this transformation to begin. The caterpillar forms what's called a chrysalis around it. And the real metamorphosis has taken place at this time. Everything, including the limbs, the organs, the tissue of the caterpillar, are all transforming. And then at the end of this metamorphosis, the butterfly is inside of this pupa, is ready to emerge. And as it fights its way out of this chrysalis, it slowly unfolds its delicate wings. And the butterfly works and works, pumping blood into its wings, making them flap. And soon they're in flight freely, free. After this huge fight, this tremendous struggle that they go through to get out of this chrysalis. It's an amazing process. But you know what else is amazing? That the struggles that we go through make us too. Just like the butterfly works to break out of the chrysalis, so we must work and overcome great struggles to become our best self. Now, whether it's a health challenge or if it's a dumb decision, or it's just common struggles of life, they're not meant to defeat you. They're meant to complete you. The struggle is never pleasant, but we can know that we'll be transformed and be better and more beautiful to God on the other side. And I hope this has been helpful. I hope you'll remember today as you go through your day and you think about your struggles, remember that they are here to make you and not to break you. Tuesday, I'll be back 7 o'clock, Tuesday morning, and I'm going to talk about feeling like doing something. Because most of the time, we're not. We don't feel like it. What does it take to feel like doing something? I love y'all. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you Tuesday. Let your soul shine. See you then.